All right, world. So the San Francisco earthquake and earthquake insurance. Now, me personally, I don't buy car insurance because my car is very inexpensive, and if something ever happened to it, it'd probably be cheaper for me just to buy a new one. Not a new car, but another car. Even if I were to get full coverage on an older vehicle, I would pay roughly uh, let's say, maybe $1,000 a year. Well, I can buy a car for $1,000 a year every year. So for me, car insurance just doesn't make any sense. And the fact that I have to have liability insurance uh, kind of bugs me a little bit too. But this earthquake insurance it's really ridiculous in San Francisco, especially in the Bay Area and in California in general. Simply because it's way too expensive. Now I've taken an insurance course and I kind of understand the mathematics behind it. And the idea is that the chances of one individual suffering earthquake damage is very high. The chances of two individuals suffering earthquake damage is a little less. So you would think that thousands and thousands of homeowners would bring the cost down considerably. Not to mention, I mean, there can be things that they can put into the policy that which would require homeowners to do due diligence to make sure that their homes are safe and somewhat earthquake proof. Um, and I think something like that would bring down the cost considerably. But at the same time, insurance is a good thing, and it really helps. It has economic benefits and psychological benefits as well for people and for the the area in general. Again, my thing is really getting to find out why they're so expensive. I would really like to see the books on some of these insurance companies and find out exactly why the premiums are so darn high. Because to me, it seems as if they just don't want to pay. I've seen that a lot with auto insurance, where something happens and the first thing they want to do is try to get out of payment. And I mean that's business. No one wants an undue expense. However, with insurance, you would expect a little bit more of understanding with paying out those those claims. So the simple fact that insurance is really high, only a few people have it. On top of that, the insurance company is probably going to go to many lengths not to pay. I think a whole industry overall is really needed. It's something that was talked about a couple of years ago, but never really panned out. I don't think. But I would definitely like to see that with earthquake insurance. My mom went through an ordeal in New Orleans with a home there, and flood insurance, hurricane insurance, things of that nature. And basically, the story was that it wasn't the flood that caused the problem. It wasn't the hurricane that caused the problem. It was wind. Wind is what caused the problem. And of course, she wasn't covered for wind. So it's just insurance is a good thing socially, economically, but I think it really needs to be overhauled and really regulated. To be very honest with you, as conservative as I am and as pro business as I am, I wouldn't mind insurance being handled by the Fed. Um, Simply because it would at that point be a nonprofit organization. And I think there will be there'll still be red tape to go through and stuff like that. But something tells me that the red tape will be easier to go through than someone's bottom line. You know what I mean? When people are trying to protect their bottom line, I think they'll go to further lengths to protect it versus just going through a couple of bureaucrats. Just my opinion on the matter. I'm going to keep this video short, about 5 minutes, what I like to do. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on insurance.